the English manager who guided a tiny vodka-belt town in the frozen north of Sweden to a 2-1 victory over Arsenal in the Europa League is the man poised to drive Swansea's promotion bid. With a population smaller than the capacity of the Emirates Stadium, the town of Östersund was swept off its feet from the fourth tier of Swedish football to the top flight in only 5 years under Potter. His interesting team-building exercises encourages his players to perform plays, recite poetry, rap, and even have a stab at the likes of Swan Lake. The strong cultural program established at the club under Potter may have been picked up by Swans officials after the team chemistry at the Welsh club looked terrible towards the back end of the Premier League season. Potter signed a 3-year contract with the Championship side following his exit from Swedish club Östersund. The 43-year-old replaces Carlos Carvalhal, who was sacked after a dismal campaign ended with Swansea's relegation from the Premier League on the final day of the season. I understand the frustration and disappointment following relegation. It's the same for every football club in the world when you go down, Potter told Swansea's website. There are a lot of similarities with Östersund and Swansea. It's about trying to build a football club identity that people can be proud of and can connect with. Having sealed a move that was first agreed last week, Potter arrives to find a club in need of a lift after a turbulent period that saw his predecessors Francesco Giedlin, Bob Bradley, Paul Clement and Carvalhal all fail at the Liberty Stadium since January 2016. The Englishman has earned a reputation as a talented young coach thanks to his work in 8 years at tiny Östersund. He lifted them from the fourth tier in Sweden to the top flight with 3 promotions and a Swedish Cup triumph. Potter led Östersund onto the global stage this season as they competed in the Europa League, reaching the last 32 before losing 4-2 on aggregate against Arsenal, a tie that included an impressive 2-1 second-leg victory at the Emirates Stadium. His managerial rise came after a modest playing career in England as a defender with Stoke, Birmingham, Southampton and West Bromwich Albion among numerous clubs. Potter knows he faces a tough task to maintain his ascent with Swansea, but he hopes building a more unified atmosphere will be a step in the right direction. The last 2 or 3 years have been a battle to stay in the Premier League, which is an unforgiving competition. Now we need to move on, he said. All the times I've experienced Swansea City over the years, especially when they were successful, there's not only been a clear playing style but also a feeling of togetherness at the club. We are not miracle workers, just down-to-earth people that will try hard to create something people will be proud of.